Okay. Hi, everybody, and a very warm welcome to our SC call on the 5th of June, actually, if you're in certain parts of the world, and very early on the 6th of June in other places like Australia. Tonight, I am so excited for our next speaker because she is fresh on that promotion streak. She's just hit QNMD, which is super exciting. And when I heard about this, she'd done that this week, I was like, right, get her on a call now. Let's have her on the SC call. So I'm just going to give you a bit of information about Jordana before I introduce her. Oh, it says I cannot do that. Okay, sorry, I'm back. So basically, Jordana's actually a mum of 3, which is amazing. I can't wait to hear her story, how she's juggled this business around 3 kids. She was studying to be a registered nurse and working part-time, and she just found she had no time for herself. I think very similar to a lot of the mums that come into the business. She found she had no time for herself, and she got presented with this opportunity and thought, okay, well, why not? Opportunity to have something for myself, to grow my own business, and to really have the opportunity to have more time freedom. So Jordana is now going to share her stories, which I'm super excited. And she's also covering DMO. Oh my gosh, I can't remember. DMO, leverage, and confidence. So if you have any questions as well, guys, do remember to write those down as we go through, and we can ask her at the end of the call. So take it away, Jordana. Very early in Australia. Thank you so much for joining us.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Tash. So, hi guys, I'm Geordie, for those that don't know me yet. So I just my QNMD, which is super exciting to get there. So a little bit about me. Yeah, as I said, I've got three kids, and I had come to that sort of a point in my life where I just turned 30, and the kids don't really need me as much as as they used to. They weren't babies anymore. And I was like, hang on a minute, who am I? Like, I have no sort of compass, I guess, to who I was anymore. I'd been a stay-at-home mom, and I was in a bit of a crisis, not a crisis in a big way, but we just bought a massive house, and financially we were going backwards pretty quickly. And I was like, well, I don't want to go back to full-time work. Because I was studying at the same time. And when you are studying to be a registered nurse, you have to do lots of placements, which means 6 to 8 weeks at a time of working a full-time position but not actually getting paid for it. So I was really struggling. I'm like, well, who's going to hire me for this 9 to 2 shift that I can do between school hours and then let me have 6 to 8 weeks off every now and then, like 2 or 3 times in a year. So and again, I was really struggling with who am I? What am I passionate about? Nursing is very drug orientated, and I'm very much holistic orientated. So I was struggling with just pushing medications constantly, and not actually didn't feel like I was helping people to a degree. So we were, financially we were going backwards. We had every bill on a pay plan. I would go shopping. I don't know if you guys have the grocery, supermarket that's a cheaper one. It was called Aldi, and I would be having anxiety attacks that my card was going to get declined. So I definitely knew something had to change because I couldn't live like that anymore. But again, at the same time, I didn't have the time to go back to a full-time job. So really, really struggling. This opportunity presented itself, and I was like, well, yeah, exactly. I've got nothing to lose here. It's $165. It's 50 for you guys, I think, £50 or 50 US. So I'm like, well, I'm just going to give it a go. I don't care anymore. I'm just going to give it a go and see what happens. And it has absolutely been a life-changing journey. Can't believe that it's come this far, and it's been this amazing. So I guess for me, the biggest thing that I've had to overcome is my confidence. Because, I think everybody comes into this. Well, not everybody. There's a few people I know who are just like, yeah, I'm taking this all the way. But I did come in here going, is this a scam? And how am I going to approach this with people? And I wasn't really sure sort of what angle to come from, because I didn't want to be one of those people that's vomiting, juice plus vomiting people. And it's really good because that's not what we're all about. It's all about sharing. So for me, I think to building your confidence, it's really important to get so laser focused on your why and why you're doing this. So for me, the really important book that struck with me was this. It's about financial independence. It's business rich woman. She's the wife of the Rich Dad Poor Dad guy. But she wrote the book because when she was 45, I think, her husband up and left her for a younger woman. And she had been a stay-at-home mum for 18 years and was left with absolutely nothing and had to reinvent herself. No career prospects, no job skills, nothing. And so she had to start all over again. And that book's always really struck with me. I'm like, well, if something was to happen, and I've been a stay-at-home mum for all these years and have nothing, in my life to sort of to show for myself besides kids, which are amazing, but it's not going to get you very far in the financial world. So I was like, right, this is something that I really am passionate about, is empowering women to be financially independent. So my confidence, when you're trying to be confident, you've got to have really laser focused on why you're doing this, and you're be passionate about it. And that's going to be more important than whatever your insecurities are and whatever your fears are. So not being afraid of the no, people are going to say no, and it's not a big deal. You got to think, well, what's the worst going to happen? They're going to say no, and then you move on. It's fine. They're not saying no to you as a person. They're saying no to you, what you're offering, and that is absolutely fine. And you can't get held up about that. You can't focus on that too much, because it's really, switch this, I'm not looking at myself. It's really not that important. You've got to think bigger than that and think bigger about where you're going. And one no, it's fine. Just move on to the next. There are going to be times where you go days or weeks or even months where your business doesn't seem to be growing, and you've got to really stay focused to the bigger picture of where are you actually headed. So if you're going for that $10,000 a month, if you're going for that $20,000 a month, what happens this month is not going to dictate that. It's what's going to happen over the next couple of months and year that are going to, get you to that point. So I really do not let anything get to me. Maybe I'm a bit naive, but I don't let other people's opinions get to me. I don't let, my self-talk is probably my biggest hurdle, because I've got to get over that myself, but I don't let other people's opinions bother me at all. And so, if I hear no's or anything, it's fine. It's absolutely fine. I'm just going to go on to the next person and find that, because I can see where this is going to be for me. So I think you really need to write down what your vision is and how you're going to get there. And when you know that, and when you wake up every morning and you focus on that, it's easier for you to dismiss that and go, right, this is what I'm going to be doing for today. So for my DMO, my main thing is gratitude and being grateful for what I've got and what's come across my way for that day, or what I know that I'm grateful for my team. I'm so grateful for my team. I'm so grateful for this job opportunity. When things are getting hard, hey Bella, when things are getting hard, I focus on, I don't focus on the can'ts. I can't do this because I'm so busy. I can't do this because I've got the kids and I've got this. I focus, okay, I've got a really busy day today. The kids have got this on. I've got this on. What can I do with the minimum amount of time that I've got? So that is really important, focusing on what you can do and working with it. So if you only have an hour, that's it. That's fine. You've got an hour to reach out to 5 people. You've got an hour to, reach out to 5 people. That takes 10 minutes. Put up 5 posts, or schedule your posts. You can share something. We'll probably plug into a quick training if you wanted to. You could probably do that. There is always time for something if you are focused on just doing that and not getting distracted by other things. So definitely focus. Okay, I've got this much time. What can I do? And I'm just going to go hard at that time that I've got. So that's what so I'll do that, right? Okay, this is my day. I like to plan out my posts, so I know what's going to be happening, and so it's scheduled for the day. Starting conversations, trying to start about 10 conversations. So in the morning I'll get up and do all the conversation starters, and then throughout the day then I can do the follow-up with those conversations, and then we'll go out and work with the team and see what their goals are and help to focus their goals, and then move on with that. I think planning your day is really important, because then you can, again, come back to that laser focus of knowing what you want to do and where you want to go. So I was going to say something else. I'll just go over the 5 high-paying activities quickly. So the 5 is talking to people, so talking to new people, sharing your story, and following up with those people that you've spoken to, and plugging into events. I think one of the things to our success, our team's success, is doing the events, getting in there early. We've got online events and we started live events. Getting on those early, because they really do attract more people to your business. People can see that it's a real thing. They can connect with you. So things like this online, it's so easy, and guaranteed people always jump on board when they've come to an event. I don't think we've had any event that someone hasn't joined onto our team. So, you know, even if you're not able to do an event just yet, get on other people's events so you can hear their stories, you can hear their verbiage. You know, it builds your belief in the business, and it builds your belief in the product, because you're hearing other people's results of how they've got healthier, or how they've been successful and what they've done to get there. So setting leveraging your time is so important, especially when you're busy a person and if you're still working, or if you are a mum, or, you know, we've all got things to life. So scheduling your posts is so important. I've got a business page on Facebook, so I schedule that through Facebook. You can use Hootsuite and Buffer, and also on Instagram there's Latergram, which you can use. Raising up any leaders in your business is also really important. So if you can see that someone is really, you know, they're self-empowered and they're self-motivated and they're inspiring, really help them to build up their own events, build up their own trainings, and yes, let them step up, because if you hold their hand for too long, they're going to depend on you too much, and then that's going to make your business sort of suffer a little bit. So you really need to empower your leaders to take charge of their business, because it is their own business. And yeah, training, get on training. I've said that. It's so important to get on training just for your own thing. And then also take some downtime. You know, I switch off on a Sunday. I, you know, might do a little bit in the morning before I get up for the day, but then I switch off, because, you know, you've got to have time for your family and time for yourself, just to, you know, have that downtime to reset yourself. What else do you want me to cover, Tash? I'm trying to think. I go too fast.
No, that's awesome. You're such a fast talker like me. I like it.
Yeah.
No, I love. God, I'm scribbling myself, so you caught me off guard. I'm like, oh my God, what did I want to ask her? Because I actually had a list of questions written, but they're on my phone and I can't look at them.
That's it.
In terms of like leverage and confidence, do you find that because who was it that really helped you find your confidence and your leverage, or what was it necessarily that helped you go to the next level that you feel?
Actually, I think
one person.
To be honest, my husband, he was just like, what are you doing? Why aren't you just talking to people? And why aren't you just doing it? Like, who cares? And he's always, usually he was my biggest critic of my ideas and my schemes and plans. So for him to actually get on board and say, you have got nothing to worry about and you've got nothing to fear, just do it. You know, you want this so bad, so what's stopping you from getting it? And I'm like, well, I'm the only one stopping myself from getting it. So he really pushed me, like, what are you doing? You said you wanted this. You said you wanted this X amount of money. You said you wanted this. You want to travel. You want to do this. Go get it. I'm like, okay, I'll go get it. So it is. It's, you know, nothing's going to change. And that, I think, was one of Linda's training. She said, if not this, then what? And I was like, it's so true. If I don't do this, in 12 months' time, my life is going to be exactly the same. You know, I'm the only one that can change, and I'm the only one that can let go of all that fear. So it's a long learning curve, I think. It's definitely a learning curve. You've really got to work on yourself and stop listening to the inner talk, because it's not serving you any purpose at all. It just really just brings you down. So, yeah.
So good. No, you're right. It's funny because I was saying to this morning, I was leading the call for Lauren this morning because she's in Fiji, the leadership call we had, and I was like, guys, there is no secret sauce that the Australians have, like, because everybody thinks you guys have got something cooking down under, and I said, there's no secret sauce. I was like, they just kick ass consistently. Like, it's just about being really consistent. Would you say there was ever a period where perhaps you recognized you weren't being consistent and you could see that maybe that had an effect on you or your team? And would you say that you were like, oh, quick, get me back to being consistent?
Oh, big time. Yeah, I think there was a month. Oh, it must have been late last year. I think Tammy, you'd know. It was probably, we had like a month or two, and it was just like, what are we doing? It was just a flunk month. It was like, all right, come on, we need to refocus and reset our goals. Because, yeah, if you're not consistent and if you're not plugging in daily, you're not watching the training, and you're not viewing your events, and you're not posting, and you're not talking to people, of course your business isn't going to go anywhere, because you're going to lose that sight of what it could be. And if you're not talking to people, well, obviously nothing's going to happen. So you really have to push yourself I think the next month I was like, right, that's it. I'm on my phone and I was like talking to 10 new people every day. And I was just like, this is going to happen and I'm going to make it happen, because you really have to build that belief that yes. And I think it is all mindset. It is really all mindset. If you just change your mindset to, yes, I can have a successful business. Yes, I can be successful in this. And you see yourself, like I see myself up on that NMD stage next year, like no doubt about it. I'm like, I'm there. I've got my NMD song. I'm going to be on there. But there's so many. It's so easy to take that self-doubt to take over, but you really have to go back to your why of why am I doing this? What is more important? The small opinions, they're not going to get me to where I want to go. But if you are, I mean, I can't say it enough. I don't think. If you're focused, you know where you're going to go. And I really don't think about anything else, but this is where I'm going to be, and this is how much fun I'm going to be, and this is what my life's going to be like. And that really drives me to keep going.
That's so good. You show up for your boss, so why not show up to yourself? Tammy's just said, which I just think is awesome. And you know what? It's so funny. I can't remember who said this the other day, or whether I watched it on a training or somewhere. But someone said, your friends, your mum, your boss, all these people that are like the neg ferrets, the people that are the naysayers, they don't pay your bills. No. Like, and it was when I heard that, and I was like, that's so good. Like, I'm going to tell my team that. So I think definitely what you said resonates. Like, what is more important? Like, that person saying that, or, actually just forgetting about that and moving forward. Exactly. Is there like a book that changed your life with this business, or do you have like a top 3 favorite books that really helped implement your journey?
Well, definitely. I really should get the name of this book. I think it is Rich Woman. I'm just going to look it up. It is Rich Woman. And I'll just get her name. That one's definitely the one that impacted me the most. 4-Hour Work Week is really good as well, because that is all about leveraging your time and making yourself important. That's a really good one. I'm just going to look up this book's name. Sorry.
No, it's cool.
Like in an office waiting room. And so that shows you how quick I read through it. It was like one of those books you just pick up and really sticks with you.
Oh my God, you got it in an office waiting room.
Yeah. I was just sitting there.
Someone says Kim Kiyosaki.
Beg your pardon?
Is it Kim Kiyosaki?
Yeah, that's the one. Kim Kiyosaki, yeah. Thank you.
It wasn't me. Someone commented, so thank you, whoever commented.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. So because I really think books are everything. I just started reading The Compound Effect, and I'm obsessed with it. I can't stop. Yeah. Oh, it's so good. Is there like something, when you're saying about the consistent, this is a question I was supposed to ask before. Yeah. In terms of like when you got back to being consistent, do you feel like that's what got you on track to now being QNMD?
Yeah, definitely.
That was the journey?
Yeah, because I had to just refocus and get back to being consistent again, because you do get lazy. And I think because I was just on placement for so long, I was just like, oh, well, I'll just do little bits here and there. And I wasn't doing my daily activities, and I got sidetracked. And then I was like, oh, do you know what? I really want this QNMD and I want it this month, and I'm not going to make any more excuses anymore. And I just, was plugging back in, getting really consistent, and then it happened. And it sort of happens easier when you are consistent. It just happens. You don't have to work hard. Well, you do have to work hard, but you don't have to. It's not that big stress of getting over the line, because you can see that, this is all that has to be done is to get there. Is this, and you can work on those small goals through the month, day at a time, not last minute rush to get there.
Yeah, for sure. Bella's just asked, yes, Bella, we will post the list of books. Yeah, we'll post the list of books. Cool. Do you have, so what we're doing now with the new SC call is we're setting homeworks, where basically it's this idea of like 3 tasks that people can do that you really think helped you get to the next level, or maybe perhaps things that you like, however you want to interpret it, it's really down to you. But do you have maybe like 3 homework tips that you think would really help take people to the next stage? Say?
So we've just done a challenge in our team, and it was so amazing. So I don't know how big your teams are at the moment, but if you've got your own team page, or even into your page, Tash, where everyone had to live themselves into the page, like no excuses, live yourself into the page and be real about your why. because it's so easy just to write your why down and go, oh, that's my why and that's what I want. But when you actually have to verbalize it and be real about it, it was quite an emotional challenge. So we had a lot of sort of breakthrough, I feel, and a lot of weight lifted off people's shoulder because they were real about what they're actually doing, why they're doing this. And then also, what are your bullshit excuses that you're telling yourself? So they have to live what they're doing and what are the excuses that are holding them back. What is that internal negative talk that is holding you back? So definitely do that. If you've got a team page, some people even went live on their actual Facebook page. If you really want to do that, do that. Did you say 3?
Yes, please.
Yeah. So I think going and starting, I'm going to say starting 10 new conversations every day, the next month.
That's
so
great.
Start 10 conversations this month, reach out, know who your clientele are, know who you want to be your customer, know who you want to be your team. So it's called, like, you set yourself an avatar. So what kind of people do you want to attract to your team and to your life? Is it young students who are struggling to make the day go by? Well, struggling with their fees and everything. Is it mums who are stuck at home? Is it men who are looking at a different way? Whatever it is, know who your customer or your clientele are, and then go reach out to those people, whether it's via Instagram or Facebook, or people get out and go to a cafe and meet people. Do you need one more? Why? Excuses. Reaching out to 10 people.
Yeah, no, that's great. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I think that's mega. Oh, Jordana, thank you so much. Geordie, do people call you Geordie? Can we call you that?
No. Yeah.
Oh, carry on. What were you saying?
No, I just think getting that why and those excuses out there and verbalizing it, it really changes your perception. It just makes you shift and go, oh, what am I saying? Like, even when you're saying it out loud, it's just like, oh, this is ridiculous. So I think definitely do that.
No, you're right. You're completely right. Because I actually I created like a subgroup of for SCDs last month, and I made them all do that too. And I knew they hated me. I was like, I know you're gonna hate me, but I want you to all, for the first challenge, write down your why video. Like, what do you really want to do? And you're right. It's a really emotional exercise, and it's building that emotional muscle. But also, it's that idea of, like, I'm watching Lauren's daughter at the moment while she's away, and I went to Ash's dance show at the weekend, and the teacher said something really valuable, and I sat there and was like, we do that. She was saying how it's really important to get people on stage, get people like going through their fears. She was talking about, kids going on stage younger, and I was thinking that's what we do on these Zoom calls. That's why we get people to go on there and share their product story and their business story, because it takes them out of that fear of hiding behind the screen and actually, like, being present, being, involved and stuff like that. Tell them about your challenge for this month. Oh, is Tammy in your team?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Okay, so the challenge is to re-promote. So you guys are all SC, or you're going for SC? Is that what?
Most people on the call are going for SC, but we have a few people that are at SC as well, yeah.
Okay, so the challenge is to re-promote to SDVF, which means, so pretend like you just started the business today, and you are going to go out and you're going to find your first 3 customers, and then re-promote to DVF in your 10 days. And then you guys might have a different structure system. So for us, it's promote to DVF is in 10 days. So you're getting your 3 customers. And then in your 30 days, you're getting your 1 customer and 10 customers and 1 teaming to get you to SDVF. So that's what our aim for the month is, for everyone to get to SDVF again, or for the first time.
Awesome. That's so cool.
It's tough.
I love it. No, that's really cool. Yeah, that is. And you know what? It's it really helps. It reminds people to, just really take it back to basics. Like, something that I'm sure Olivia Measures, something she always says, that I watched one of her things recently, and it really reminded me when she said she used to go to bed as an NMD and wake up as a dealer. And that's also something Susie Mitchell used to say, and she used to be my mentor before she went corporate. So it is true, we just have to take it back to basics. And also, I think when you do start growing a team, sometimes you end up going into management mode. And that's something that I've been so aware of, making sure that I don't do, and making sure that I'm always bringing on new people so that my team can see I'm not being like micromanaging them. So I think that's a really good tip, actually, a really good challenge, because it sets everybody up for success, doesn't it? Rather than, just focusing, I suppose, on certain people. So awesome.
I think I love
Charlotte
mentions that thing about, be the best in your team. Like, if you're the best dealer in your team and you're the best, recruiter in your team, then your team are going to follow suit. So that's something we're trying to work on as well, was to bring out that.
Like healthy competition.
Yeah.
It's good. No, I think healthy competition is awesome, and it does really work. People kind of get like egged up against each other, but in the nicest, healthiest way ever, like, because it's not like toe stepping like in corporate world, which is just awesome. Not corporate world, this is awesome. I mean, God, the way I say things. Okay, awesome. Well, thank you so much, Geordie. Like, that was really, really valuable. That was so beneficial. I have made pages of notes as ever because I love note taking. So thank you so much. I am so grateful. Lauren passes on her thank yous as well. She wanted to welcome you to the call but couldn't because she's doing Tony Robbins in Fiji. So she was like, please make sure you introduce Geordie. I was like, oh yeah, I promise. So yes, I'll let her know how amazing the call was, and I can't wait when I'll get it onto YouTube straight away because I've recorded it. And I'll send you the link when we've got it, and make sure the whole team in a mission have it too. So is Erin's your upline directly?
Yes.
I thought so. Awesome. Super cool. I can tell. It's so duplicatable.
Yeah, exactly.
Love it. Okay, thanks so much. Does anyone have any questions before we go? I don't think anyone did, but I like to check. Anybody?
Can I just quickly ask? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I'd love to know about more conversation openers, where I could find a list. Have you just developed them yourself, or?
So do you mean when you're talking out with meeting people in the street?
No, I'm okay with that. It's more online.
Oh, online,
Messenger.
yeah. So I find people that I have similar interests with. So I'm very much about nutrition and kids. So if I see other mums who have got their Instagram pages, not professional, I don't go for the professional Instagram pages because they usually have their own sort of thing going on. But I'll reach out to those and say, hey, I see what you're up to. It's, it's something that I'm very interested in as well. You kind of seem like the person that would be interested in this business. I should read it what I say. It might make it sound clearer. Just say, this is something I thought you might be interested in. If you'd like to have a look, let me know. And most people do come back and say, yeah, let's send me some information. I'd like to have a look. So definitely reaching out to the people that you think you could relate to. And yeah, just saying, oh, you're the kind of person that I think would be good for what I'm doing at the moment. Would you like to have a look? Really keep it really simple. You don't have to go into any detail at that point. It's just a minute. Hang on, I'll find out what I actually say.
Mom?
Just a minute.
Have you fed dogs?
Yes, I've fed.
So yeah, I'm just reaching out to other mums like you who are passionate about inspiring healthy families and would be interested in working alongside me to share our online health program. I don't know if you guys got the Juicy Body Transformation or the health one. No worries if you already have your own thing going on, but would love to have a chat either way. Have a great day. Simple. There's nothing fancy about it. Just reaching out, mum to mum, nutritionist to nutritionist, student to student. So you just sort of tailor it to the person that you're speaking with.
Okay, thank you.
No worries.
Awesome. Anybody else have any other questions before we leave? 3, 2, 4. I mean, oh my God, I can't even count. 551. I've done that before on a Zoom call, and my James has never stopped ripping me since. So please, nobody ever remember that I did that. Thank you very much. Thanks so much, Geordie. We really appreciate it, and I'll definitely make sure you get the Zoom call straight away on YouTube. And everybody, if we could just comment, I will make a post on my Facebook. If we could comment and tag and say thank you so much to Geordie, that would be super fab. And I look forward to seeing you all next week. Have a fab day in Australia.
Thanks so much, Tasha.
And a good day, night in England, America. How do I leave?